So it was getting rid of all that excess sugar in the liver, which was just stimulating me to no end. I finally went to sleep at 9 o'clock the next morning, slept for a couple hours, and I was up bebopping around all day long, all kind of energy. Finally got 6 hours sleep that night, the second night from wearing the device. So I love the device. That thing works. Energy came back, balance came back, eyesight. I now drive around like this most of the time when I'm driving down the highway because my eyes have gotten better so I can see better. My glasses like this, I'm going, this has done multiple advantages for me.
Rick, thanks so much for coming to hang out with me today.
Thank you.
So I'm excited to hear your story. So can you start off by telling us a little bit about how you were feeling prior to coming to QHS?
I was diabetic, have been for quite a while. I was on all kinds of diabetic meds, and I was probably about one doctor visit away being insulin dependent diabetic.
Wow.
That was close. I was on Trulicity, which you take a shot once a week, metformin, a couple others.
Wow, that's serious stuff there.
Yeah, it was getting there. Tired.
Anything else?
I was starting to have chest pains. I was expecting to get the big one.
Oh
But that one
no.
too. So
And
wife was in such terrible shape that I was trying to find alternative meds, something different. I'd went to Saxton Health in Georgia and got on their vitamin program. And overnight, 24 hours of being on their vitamins, I had gained 3 lines of vision. My wife had gained 2 lines of vision because we went to an eye doctor the very next day. And I had to cut my diabetes medicine in half. That was a year prior, so I'm slowly developing over time. And we were still looking for something else because it just wasn't working. And we were looking at the Rife machine. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, Dr. Rife.
Yep.
Cancer, 1934. His device is mono, and that's not quite what we were looking for. Then my daughter went to Weebo, Montana, of all places, on a wedding, ran into Ruby.
Oh.
Did it like that. And the second she came back, we were all on the family plan.
Oh, nice. When was that? When did they have a family plan?
July, I believe it started. July 24th, I think we got on the family plan. Didn't receive our devices until October 4th. And we were all looking forward to it. And the second we got the device, oh my goodness. Charlotte, my daughter, who had met with Ruby, charged it up for me. So when I got to her house, we had all the devices sent to the same spot. So when I got to her house, she already had it charged up. I put it on instantly, and so did my wife. That was at 8 o'clock on October 4th of last year. I went to bed at 9 a.m. the next day. I was just energy, unbelievable.
Wow.
Diabetes is actually a liver disease. It's not a pancreas disease. It's a fatty liver. So all alcoholics develop diabetes because they have a fatty liver. So it was getting rid of all that excess sugar in the liver, which was just stimulating me to no end. I finally went to sleep at 9 o'clock the next morning, slept for a couple hours, and I was up bebopping around all day long, all kind of energy. Finally got 6 hours sleep that night, the second night from wearing the device. So I love the device. That thing works. Energy came back, balance came back. Eyesight, I now drive around like this most of the time when I'm driving down the highway because my eyes have gotten better so I can see better. So my glass is like this. I'm going, oh yeah, I can see.
That's fun.
So it has done multiple advantages for me. The back of my right arm used to be just scaly, and that all went away. So it works on different parts of your body as you go on. Balance got better, energy has stayed up. Within 2 weeks of wearing the device, I quit all diabetic medicines because I didn't need them.
Wow, your blood sugar is stabilized?
Yeah, it was causing problems. Going too low, just like the vitamins did. I had to cut my diabetes medicine half because I was tanking, so I'd have to drink sugar pop to get my blood sugars back up. That was just
Wow, you
on
don't want that.
So I've already went through that once. So after 2 weeks of being on the device, I decided I need to stop messing around with meds that are not helping me at all. In fact, they're causing problems. So I went cold turkey. Never had a bit of trouble.
And that was how long ago? 6 months, 8 months?
It was in the end of October of last year. I got this device on October 4th, 8 p.m. and by the end of October, I was 100% off of all diabetes medicines and haven't touched one since.
Wow, that's huge, Rick. That is huge. So it's been 9 months and it's all stabilized and you're still good.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Cool.
I work a few days a week helping my son on his business and take care of the wife mostly.
Let's take us there. So pretty soon, you guys sound like you were one of the early crew. So we get to go to Salt Lake City and get restored to a healthy 30-year-old body. However, it comes with all of our experience and wisdom and life lessons. What excites you about that, Rick?
Well, I hope I'm not going to be bald anymore because up in North Dakota, this is very cold in the winter. There's no insulation.
Yep. Well, that's supposed to come back.
And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the health. I'm excited about getting my wife not be in pain. So that's why I say when we go down there, because we bought the HHS, so I need that just to keep her going even after the QARC and myself. So I'm looking forward to that. That she has a hole in her heart from medicines. So that needs to get fixed. So she's going to go through first. Once I know that she's stable.
That's true love there. That's awesome. So what are you guys going to do together after you're both healthy? What excites you? Like, what things are you going to do? How are you going to live your life?
I would love to get the QARC up here. I don't know. From what I've read on it, you can learn the language off the QARC, be programmed into you, and get my community if possible. If I can learn a language, I can learn how to run the machine.
You can learn that anyway. You don't need a language to learn how to run a machine. We're all going to be able to do it.
You got to be a doctor.
Well, we will hire doctors. Come on, Rick. We'll hire doctors. They can do all that. We'll just be overseers.
That's what I want. I want to be an overseer. I want to sell replicators. I want to sell flying cars. HHSs. I want to be on the Valor program. there was a gentleman I met at the Sons meeting, who was in the hospital for 71 days, had 5 rednicerin shots, 5 Narcan shots, because he was given 5 shots of the drug that puts you out trying to kill this guy. And his wife got a hold, I can't remember her name. She's very high in Washington, D.C. hierarchy, told her what to write on it, let her, and got him out of there. Went up there with medicines and the device and fixed him. Not the device. He went up with medicines, everything. The second he got done with his speech, and I sat over on the sidelines a little bit, waited for him, all the people to go, blah, 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 blah. They all scattered. And then as he was walking out, I said, "Can I talk to you for a second? I'd like to introduce you to a very specific piece of medicine that will fix all the damage that stuff has done to you." And we talked for 10, 15 minutes. He looked up the stuff. The next day he called me and made a donation, $400 that next day.
Aw.
So he's not a member, but he paid $400 in advance. So when August 7th comes by, then we'll get in contact with Quantum Healing Systems and get him signed up. He's also ex-military, so he would be a fantastic one to have in the HHS system.
Oh yeah, totally. Yep. And that's been on hold for about a month because of the software, but the software is nearly done. And so we're close to being able to get that out too. So that'll be awesome.
Don't you have to go through the QARC before you can use the HHS machine?
No, that's why we have the software, because the software can help you titrate the delivery. The reason we needed it is because if you only had one level and you were totally herxing and having all this pain, you need the ability to turn it down so that you can just find your sweet spot, right? And the software will actually, I don't know how it works, but it has some way that you can do all of that. So it's more of a customized experience for the user instead of just a blast of energy for everybody. Because like somebody healthy like me, sure, I'll probably be able to tolerate it, but somebody who's really sick, they won't be able to, most likely, kind of like your wife, right? She can't even hold her device all the time. So for her, you would want to be able to adjust her settings so she's only receiving a partial dose, you know?
Okay.
So yeah,
she'll be fine.
Right. But there, you might get the HHS before she goes through the ARC, who knows, you know?
I would
So,
hope not.
well, right now everything's up in the air, but I'm telling you that Cynthia says she's still shooting for the end of July. So that's a good thing.
That's good. I figured we'd all be starting to go through it on the 7th of July. I did a 90-day off of Easter, which was the 7th of July. Then I did a 90-day the opposite direction past the 7th. So the 8th would be day 1, and it comes out on October 4th. What a coincidence that is. 1 year since we started wearing it.
Wow. There are no coincidences, Rick. You know that.
That was funny. I know.
Yeah, you're awesome.
It's all in God's time.
Yes, exactly. Everything. So it's nice to be able to have faith over fear.
Yeah. Well, we all know God won. Trump won. We won. It's just a matter of collecting up the garbage and hauling out the trash.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and burning it. Let's just get it gone.
I like information like we were getting on Wade, that he's got this warehouse or factory for making QARCs up and running, building it anyway, whatever it was. I got excited when I heard that. Good, maybe we'll get a QARC here.
Yeah, the committee still hasn't met to exactly establish where or when. But I'm sure they're going to be in every state at some point, that's the goal.
Well, yeah, to
So,
get to another state, but like Cynthia said to Ruby, there was not enough population in Dickinson. So we're back to the same problem. You live in Williston, North Dakota, Dickinson, Minot's a little bit bigger. Bismarck is bigger yet. Halfway through the state, and you're getting to the east end of the state. So you got to drive 8 hours to get to the medical device. For us in Williston, North Dakota, it's 12 hours at 13. I think it's 13 hours to get to Salt Lake City from here. 13-hour drive if you drove straight through. And with the wife the way she is, I'm looking at taking a couple of days to get her down there. That's why she's going through first. She has to go. She's paid for this device just as much as I have.
Yeah.
Got her mom's inheritance when her mom died, and she paid the last $2,600 of the HHS. So she owns more of it than I do.
Well, you guys are one, so that's what matters. And clearly it's true love. So I appreciate that. And Rick, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. So thank you very much for coming visiting with me today. And I look forward to getting an email or two from you.
I will try to do that. And then after August 7th, I need to also contact you to get this gentleman that I'm trying to help that paid $400 right up front.
Okay, reach out to support because I have no visibility on any of that, but they'll take care of you.
I'm waiting for August 7th when it opens up again, and then it's like, hey, look at this guy here. He did it a month ago, just out of faith.
Yeah. So. No, that's all good. They'll honor that, I'm sure. Well, at least I would imagine. So, but it was a pleasure talking with you, and I hope that you'll come back with your beautiful bride post QARC. Deal?
Deal.
Awesome.
Thank you for making this QHS project fly. This valorous admin team, thank you. The Key community welcomes you. Thank you for making your home QHS healthy and happy. Thank you for helping us place QH centers all around the world. Together, hand in hand, we make miracles happen. QuantumHealingSystems.org. Thank you.